Around the world, there are women who stand out not just for their beauty, but for the unbelievable uniqueness of their bodies and lives. These are not ordinary stories. They are extraordinary tales of strength, resilience, and rare conditions that few people will ever witness. Each of these women is living proof that nature can create wonders beyond imagination. Real women born once in 1,000 years. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell. So let's get started. Number 17. Dejana Simmons was a 14-year-old teenager from South Carolina who made medical history by surviving 118 days without a working heart sustained entirely by artificial blood pumps. She was suffering from dilated cardiomyopathy, a condition in which the heart becomes weakened and enlarged and can no longer pump blood efficiently. Her ordeal began when she received her first heart transplant at Holtz Children's Hospital in Miami on July 2nd. Unfortunately, that transplanted heart failed shortly after surgery and had to be removed. To keep her alive, doctors implanted 2 mechanical blood-pumping devices, heart pumps, to maintain her circulation, while they waited for a second donor heart during this time. Although hospitalized, she remained mobile on October 29th. After those 118 days, a second heart was successfully transplanted. Alongside the heart issue, she also suffered renal failure, which required a kidney transplant shortly after the second heart operation. Dejana described the experience of living without a heart as scary. She said she felt like a fake person, like I did not really exist, because she constantly wondered if the mechanical pumps would fail. Her prognosis after the second heart was positive. Doctors noted that while there is always risk involved in transplant cases, especially regarding long-term function, she had beaten odds just by surviving for so long under such extreme conditions. Number 16. Esperon Luminesca. For Zaina, a 36-year-old U.S. Army veteran from Bridgeport, Connecticut, has just set 2 Guinness World Records that push the boundaries of body art and self-expression. She holds the record for being the most tattooed woman living, female, with a staggering 99.98% of her body covered in tattoos. Alongside that, she also earned the record for most body modifications. Female, she has 89 distinct body modifications. To date, her modifications include some very dramatic changes: a forked tongue, subdermal implants, removal of both nipples, piercings in delicate or less common places, stretchings, tissue ripping or stretching, and even tattooing in sensitive areas, like her gums, the sclera, the white part of the eye, tongue, scalp, and genitals. What is especially fascinating is how this transformation has been a long journey. Esperon got her first tattoo at age 21, a symbol on her hip, inspired by a former relationship. That small beginning eventually grew into a decade-long project to cover almost every inch of her skin with tattoos, working towards what she describes as cohesiveness in my suit, making her entire body feel like one art piece, despite the extreme nature of what she has done. Esperon talks about this work not just as self-modification, but as a form of identity, strength, and art. She says her body is a moving canvas and uses her modifications to challenge norms, to express memory, beauty, pain, and personal stories. Esperon also acknowledges the reactions she gets, the negative comments, the misunderstanding, but she remains committed. She is still planning further work on her body, pushing for more flow, more coherence, expressing that she is not done. Her story resonates not only as an extreme example of body art, but as a narrative about autonomy, resilience, and transforming the concept of beauty. Esperon is celebrated not only for the Guinness record she holds, but for showing what is possible when someone truly owns their body and their image. Number 15. A tiny 3'3" school teacher is proving that size certainly does not matter, even when some of her 3-year-old students tower above her. Describing herself as the size of a 4-year-old, Megan Grannon, now 26, was born with metatropic dysplasia, an extremely rare form of dwarfism. In fact, she is just one out of only about 100 people in the world living with this condition. Doctors once said she would not live beyond her first year. But Megan has been proving doubters wrong her entire life growing up in New Jersey. Megan endured countless medical struggles, hospital stays, braces, and spinal surgeries to manage her rare condition. Yet what defined her was not the obstacles but her determination. From an early age. She dreamed of becoming a school teacher, even when people laughed at the idea today. She proudly stands in the classroom showing her students that strength, intelligence, and heart matter far more than height. Megan says her story is about resilience and breaking stereotypes, reminding the world that being rare is not a weakness, but a reason to inspire. She has turned every limitation into proof that nothing can stop someone who refuses to give up. Number 14. Donna Simpson is a woman from New Jersey who gained fame for her extreme lifestyle choice of pursuing morbid obesity as both personal identity and public performance. She first made headlines for weighing over 600 pounds and publicly declaring her goal of reaching 1,000 pounds to support that goal. She has said that she eats up to 12,000 calories a day and spends several hundred a week just on food. Donna is not just living her life on the inside. She turned her journey into a public spectacle. She ran a website where people paid a subscription to watch her eat, measure her body, and follow her weight gain efforts. She also holds the Guinness World Record for being the heaviest woman to give birth. When she gave birth to her daughter Jacqueline in 2007, she weighed over 500 pounds, although she once seemed determined to keep gaining, including ambitions of reaching 1,000 pounds. Donna later scaled back or paused those goals. Part of the reason she cited her responsibilities to care for her children and the challenge of maintaining such extreme weight. Her lifestyle has drawn criticism from health professionals who warn of the risks: heart disease, diabetes, limited mobility, strain on organs, among others. But Donna defends her choices, saying she felt more comfortable embracing her size rather than fighting to be thin. Her story raises tough questions about autonomy, health, societal norms, body image, and what it means to publicly live out extreme self-identity. Whether viewed with empathy, concern, or judgment, Donna Simpson remains a figure who challenges many people's assumptions about food, body, and personal freedom. Number 13. Caitlin is a 24-year-old woman born with something very rare and challenging, a condition similar to Pierre-Robin syndrome, meaning she has a very small or underdeveloped lower jaw. Micrognathia from birth. Doctors feared she might not be able to eat or speak normally. Over time, she has undergone multiple surgeries, one of the most drastic involved taking part of her rib to reconstruct her jaw. Not all procedures went smoothly, but Caitlin persisted with time and care. She learned to swallow by mouth. She no longer needs an eating tube, and she has regained her ability to speak and sing. Despite her medical challenges, Caitlin has embraced a full active life. She is musical. She plays drums, piano, and mima. She also took part in extracurriculars in school and is currently studying criminal justice at Utah State University. Her story is one of overcoming expectations and definition of possibility, proving that even when the body is born with obstacles, the spirit and determination can lead to healing, expression, and achievement at first glance. This woman's massive arm looks impossible, but there is actually a real condition behind it. It is called macrodystrophia lipomassa, a rare disorder where one limb grows abnormally large because of uncontrolled fat and bone tissue. Only a handful of cases have ever been recorded. But for those who live with it, the struggle is real and life becomes a daily challenge. Sometimes truth can be stranger than fiction. What can you say about this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 12. Ellie Goldstein, a trailblazer redefining beauty and inclusion. Born in December 2001 in Ilford, Essex, Ellie Jade Goldstein grew up defying medical expectations. Doctors said she might never walk or talk yet. By age 5, she was dancing, performing, and dreaming big. At 15, she joined Zebedee Management, a UK-based agency, focused on representing people with disabilities and visible differences. From there, her modeling journey began. In 2020, Ellie became the first model with Down syndrome to star in a major international beauty campaign. Gucci Beauty, Unconventional Beauty, featured via Vogue Italia and photographed by David P.D. Hyde. Her campaign post became Gucci's most liked on Instagram up to that point, with nearly 800,000 likes. Since then, she has graced the cover of British Vogue, starred in ads for brands like Nike, Superdrug, Vodafone, and been honored with Glamour UK's Game-Changing Model of the Year award in 2021. In 2023, Ellie published 2 inspirational books, Against All Odds and Ellie under Katie Piper's Unseen series, and was named ambassador for Mattel's first Barbie doll with Down syndrome. Ellie continues to spread a powerful message. Representation matters. Her achievements are not merely personal. She is changing how the world sees beauty, disability, and inclusion. Number 11. Connie Culp, America's pioneer of face transplantation. Born on March 26, 1963, she made medical history as the first United States recipient of a near-total face transplant at the Cleveland Clinic in December 2008. In September 2004, Connie was shot in the face by her husband during a failed murder-suicide attempt in her bar in Hopedale, Ohio. The blast destroyed her nose, cheeks, roof of her mouth, and one eye, leaving her unable to breathe, unaided, eat solid food or sense smell, and legally blind. Over 5 years, she endured 30 reconstructive surgeries before undergoing a groundbreaking 22-hour operation, led by Dr. Mariah Semianow. The surgery replaced 80% of her face, including bone, nerve, muscle, skin, blood vessels, and sinuses from a deceased donor, Anna Casper. After the transplant, Connie regained vital functions. She could breathe on her own, eat, taste food, speak, smile, and smell again. Although her speech remained sometimes difficult and her vision limited, she achieved remarkable facial mobility and nerve regeneration. Connie spent the next decade advocating for organ donation, raising awareness of survivors of violence and disfigurement. Dr. Frank Pape described her as incredibly brave, an inspiration to many, and noted she was the longest living face transplant recipient at the time of her passing. She passed away at age 57 from an infection unrelated to her transplant. Her legacy lives on as a testament to human resilience and medical innovation. Number 10. Sofia Hadjipantelli is a Greek Cypriot American model who rose to international fame not for fitting in, but for boldly standing out. Known for her signature unibrow, Sofia has become a global symbol of confidence, self-expression, and challenging beauty standards. Born in Maryland in 1997, to a Greek Cypriot father and British mother, Sofia embraced her roots from a young age. While studying marketing at the University of Maryland, she began modeling, and soon her bold brows caught the attention of the world. What started as a DIY brow tint gone dark became her statement look. Instead of plucking it away, she kept it, and the unibrow, which she lovingly named Veronica, became her trademark. In 2017, Sofia launched the Unibrow Movement, a campaign that promotes self-acceptance and celebrates individuality. Her message is simple but powerful: beauty does not need to be filtered or fixed. It just needs to be real. Since then, she has walked for major fashion brands, appeared in high-end campaigns, and served as a judge on Greece's Next Top Model. Despite facing criticism and even online hate, Sofia remains unshaken. For her confidence means owning who you are, no matter what others think. Today, Sofia Hadjipantelli continues to inspire millions by proving that beauty is not about perfection. It is about being unapologetically yourself. Number 9. Rose Guile, a 39-year-old woman from Oregon, USA, is challenging beauty standards in the most powerful way. By embracing her full beard, Her journey began at just 13 years old. When she first noticed excess facial hair, feeling embarrassed and ashamed, she turned to daily shaving just to keep up with the stubble. For years, Rose battled with her appearance in silence. She tried everything: shaving, plucking, waxing, and even expensive laser treatments. But nothing provided lasting relief. The emotional burden was heavy, like many women with polycystic ovary syndrome (PCOS), a hormonal condition that can cause excessive hair growth. She felt the pressure to look normal. But one day, Rose made a life-changing decision. She put down the razor and let her beard grow. The result: confidence like never before. Instead of hiding, she stood tall, and surprisingly, she felt sexier than ever. Embracing her facial hair not only transformed how she saw herself, but it also inspired people around the world to rethink what true beauty means. Now Rose is living life on her own terms. She is proud, powerful, and proof that confidence does not come from fitting in. It comes from owning who you are. Her message is clear: do not let the world define your beauty. Define it for yourself. Number 8. Elia Sophia is a rising star in the fashion world, known for her ethereal presence and one-of-a-kind features with wide-set eyes, soft lips, and a gaze that captivates instantly. Does not just walk runways, she commands attention. Originally from the United States, Elia is signed with Muse Management in New York. She first made waves in the industry with her exclusive appearances for Gucci Resort and Spring-Summer collections. Her fresh and timeless beauty quickly caught the eye of top designers, and since then she has worked with some of the biggest names in fashion. One of her most iconic moments came in 2019, when she starred in a bold Gucci beauty campaign. Her image, paired with minimal makeup and natural light, challenged traditional beauty norms and celebrated individuality. From there, Elia graced the pages of Vogue Mexico W magazine and starred in the vibrant Gucci Love Parade campaign in 2022. But Elia is not just a runway model. She is a symbol of change in the fashion industry. Her look blends vintage softness with a modern twist, proving that you do not need to fit into a mold to be stunning. Brands like MAC Cosmetics, Madwell, and Self Portrait have all embraced her unique charm in an industry once ruled by narrow standards. Elia Sophia represents a new era, one where authenticity shines and beauty comes in every form, with every shoot and every step down the catwalk. She is inspiring a generation to embrace their natural selves. Elia Sophia is not just modeling clothes. She is modeling confidence, individuality, and the power of being different. From Ukraine, Nikolai comes a truly remarkable individual. Number 7. Lyudmila Tichanova, hailed around the world as the woman with the longest neck at just 25. Her neck measures an astonishing 7 inches in length, a feature that has earned her widespread attention and the unofficial title of longest neck in the world. Lyud's journey began early. After age 10. Her parents noticed rapid growth in her body, notably her long arms, towering height, and uniquely elongated neck alongside curvature of the spine. Medical evaluation later confirmed she has Marfan syndrome, a rare connective tissue disorder that affects the skeletal system, heart, and eyes. This condition helps explain her extraordinary proportions, despite the challenges including self-consciousness and the physical toll of her condition. Lyudmila stands out not only for her extraordinary physique, but also for her resilience. Her story reminds us just how diverse human bodies can be, and how individuals can embrace their uniqueness even in the face of medical adversity. Number 6. Clementine is a 23-year-old girl who survived a severe accident as a child. At the age of 4, she fell into a fire while playing in the kitchen, which resulted in her face and hair being severely burned. According to her, her face looked like roasted beef, and her eyes were about to fall out. As a result of the accident, she spent many years in the hospital and had to visit twice a week as a child. The first layer of her face was completely burned, and a bone from her forehead had to be removed. Her eye was so damaged that doctors had to take a piece of skin from her arm to replace the damaged part around her eye. She almost dropped out of school due to her health and frequent hospital visits. She also suffers from severe headaches, which makes it hard for her to concentrate on her studies. Clementine says that because of her appearance, people bully her, avoid her, and compare her to an animal. As a result, she has never been in a relationship. Despite these challenges, she has developed self-confidence and no longer cares what people say about her. She wants to continue her studies to become a professional accountant. Number 5. The Apatani tribe nestled in the lush Zero Valley of Arunachal Pradesh, India. The Apatanis are known for their breathtaking terrace paddy fields and innovative farming techniques that blend rice cultivation with fish farming, all without the use of machinery or animals. Traditionally, Apatani women were recognized for their striking beauty, which once drew unwanted attention from neighboring tribes to protect themselves from abductions. Many women wore large nose plugs called yapping hurlo and tattooed dark lines on their faces, a practice now banned but remembered as a powerful symbol of resilience. The Apatanis follow a unique form of animism called Doni Polo worshipping. The Sun Doni and Moon Polo as life-giving forces rich festivals like Mayoko and Dremark, their agricultural calendar blending ritual song and dance. Despite modern influences, the Apatani remain a UNESCO candidate for their sustainable lifestyle, intricate culture, and harmony with nature. Number 4. Mara Renan's story is nothing short of incredible. Born in 1969, she was diagnosed with Stargardt's disease at the age of 9, a form of macular degeneration that causes progressive vision loss by the time she was an adult. Mara was legally blind with only peripheral vision remaining, but instead of letting that stop her, she used it as motivation to chase something greater. Speed Mara first rose to fame in the Paralympic Games, where she won 5 gold medals and set world records in multiple track and field events. But what truly set her apart was her decision to take on not just parathletes, but the world's best able-bodied runners in 2000. Mara made history by becoming the first legally blind athlete to compete in the Olympics, running in the 1500 meters at the Sydney Games and finishing 8th in the world. It was a groundbreaking moment that shattered assumptions about what blind athletes could achieve. Mara did not stop there. She went on to win national titles in long distance running, including the 5K and 20K U.S. championships, and even competed in the New York City and Boston marathons with elite results beyond her athletic achievements. Mara is also a motivational speaker, author, and educator. She wrote the memoir, No Finish Line, sharing how she turned a perceived limitation into a powerful advantage. Mara Renan is living proof that vision is not just about sight. It is about focused determination and believing in your own potential. Number 3, Risikades is a woman from Ilorin in Kwara State, Nigeria, notable for her natural blue eyes, an extremely rare trait among Black individuals. Of non-Caucasian ancestry, both of her daughters have also inherited the same eye color, according to an interview with The Punch. Risyat explained that she was born with blue eyes and has never had any vision problems related to them. Neither has she required any medical treatment. No one in her family on either her mother's or father's side has this eye color, making her and her daughters uniquely remarkable. Risyat's uncommon eye color quickly attracted media attention. Reportedly, her husband's behavior changed after their daughters were born. With the same rare trait, there were allegations that he distanced himself from the family, allegedly due to their blue eyes. However, the husband has publicly denied abandoning the family and insisted that he married her because of her blue eyes. Not in spite of them. The ocular genetics at play make Risikat's case especially noteworthy. Blue eyes are typically linked to certain gene variants that are far less common in populations of African descent, where brown eyes predominate. Her naturally blue eyes and those of her children highlight a rare and Captivating example of genetic variation and inheritance. Number 2. Amanda Grace, a young woman from Florida, lives with one of the world's rarest and most misunderstood conditions, persistent genital arousal disorder or PGAD. Unlike normal desire, PGAD causes constant and uncontrollable arousal, leading Amanda to experience up to 100 orgasms every single day. What many might assume is a blessing quickly turned into a nightmare. The sensations were painful, exhausting, and robbed her of sleep, relationships, and even the simple ability to enjoy life. She once described it as living in a body that's stuck on overdrive, where something meant to bring joy becomes a source of relentless suffering. Determined to find relief, Amanda sought help from medical specialists, eventually working with Dr. Robert Eckenberg. Through a combination of medication and physical therapy, she managed to reduce the severity of her symptoms and reclaim some control over her life. Amanda's bravery in speaking out, featured on shows like Body Bazaar, has raised awareness of PGAD, challenging the stigma around invisible conditions and proving that even the most unimaginable struggles can be faced with courage. Number 1. Taelsha Jones, a dynamic influencer and entrepreneur from San Antonio, Texas, is redefining beauty on her own terms, proudly calling herself the mom, making stretch marks sexy. Taelsha has become a powerful voice for body positivity, especially for women navigating the changes that come with motherhood. Through her brand Tigress Beauty Club and a loyal following of over 75,000 on Instagram, she shares bold and unapologetic posts that celebrate natural bodies, stretch marks, curves, and all her content blends fashion, fitness, and empowerment, often showing her love for tennis and active living, while reminding women that confidence is the ultimate style. What sets Taelsha apart is her honesty. She's not selling unrealistic perfection. She's inspiring women to embrace their reality and wear it proudly. By turning what many see as flaws into symbols of strength, she's helping a generation of women rewrite the definition of beauty and proving that true confidence starts from within. These incredible women prove that beauty, strength, and uniqueness come in many different forms. Each of their journeys reminds us that being rare is not a weakness. It's a gift that inspires the world. Thank you for watching. Real Women Born. Once in 1,000 years. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable stories that will leave you amazed.